So like before this Young Bucks segment airs, they're like the camera's on the commentary team, and I'm seeing Tony Schiavone's face, like he's staring at all of us in the camera lens, saying, "Help me, bro! Like I don't want to help me, guys. I don't want this to go down. I don't want this to air." Like he's pleading for help. Like I'm not a part of this. Like he's literally telling all of us this with his eyes in the camera, not saying a word while Excalibur and Taz were talking like before the segment. Then whatever, like they show the segment, we've all seen the All In video. I think the worst part is right after that. FTR comes out and they bring it up again. Again. Like even more dumb. They ended up cutting like a good promo near the end, bro, but the fact they brought it up and we're telling people, I'm so tired of stop talking about, bro, no one is bringing it up on your show, you know? Didn't have to bring it up. I know. I don't even like talking about this stuff. I really don't. I was actually at a whole lot I was going to say about, but I actually hate talking about this stuff. I'm not even going to lie. And like, all I was hearing while they're cutting the promo is like an empty reverb when like they're talking, like the arena's kind of empty, kind of shit, which made it even more awkward. The fact they're saying all this and like they're pausing in between like their sentences and all you hear is like, you could hear like the emptiness, you know, like when like they pause in between like their sentences. And then the back-to-back WWE references, because then after this segment, well, Ospreay comes out again, and this is exactly what I said in like a previous video about like, bro, if you just watch AEW, you're not like insider on the internet, know about all the leaks or whatever. If you're just like a casual, which is the audience they need to attract, by the way, more of. If you're just a casual person who watches AEW every week, doesn't go on the internet, you know, like you have a life, you know, like you have a family or whatever, girlfriend, whatever you do, hobbies, and you're just tuning into AEW every day to like see the continuation of every week AEW storylines, and then you see Will Ospreay come out. You know he has a match with Daniel Bryanson, but all of a sudden he starts talking about, so someone was saying I'm not about the grind, and all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And you're assuming he's talking about Daniel, but then like you see halfway through he's not talking about Daniel, because he talks about Daniel after, because he literally said, I don't really want to be talking about this. Like, why? Like, just why? Like, why? I know why, because, you know, someone probably made him do it, probably didn't want to do it. Looked like he didn't want to do it. But, like, I was laughing when, like you said, because his accent is so fucking funny. Grinding on the boss's daughter. I can say that a million times. This shit is so funny. Grinding on the boss's daughter. I was laughing so hard. Like, I'm just like, why do we gotta bring this up, man? Like, why? I'm just like, oh, if you're just a person that watches every week and you're seeing like 3 segments in a row where they're bringing up fucking WWE people, like they're literally having a storyline, like there's about to be a WWE AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Like, that's literally what it felt like watching it. And like, if you're not insider, you're like, what are these people fucking talking about? You may know CM Punk from the Jack Perry video, but you're like, why is CM Punk involved? He's not even here. I haven't seen him. Like, even if you're casual, you probably know he's in fucking WWE by now, but you're just watching this, you're like, what the fuck? And then it makes you go look at things that you probably weren't looking at before, you know? Like, just a bunch of unnecessary shit. That's the stuff that makes you feel, that's the stuff that makes you look like a secondary promotion when, like, you have back-to-back and then triple segments, like, doing storylines with people that aren't even in the company, you know? Like, shit like that's just like, eh. But Will Ospreay is a good promo, though. I will give him that. When he started talking about Daniel Bryanson, he's a good promo. Even with, like, the heavy British accent, still cuts a great promo. The fans love him. The fans were behind him. We started firing up, getting all babyface. So, like, he's a good promo. Like, nothing against him. But the whole bringing up Triple H and then FTR coming out saying, why is everyone still talking about this? It's literally just the Young Bucks talking about it, bro. You don't even have to bring it up. You could just come out angry, say like one sentence, that's it. But they like rambled on for a bit about like, why are you talking about this? We're done with it. Like, I'm just like, fuck, man. And then real quick, Anna J. Mariah May. I'm a big fan of Mariah May. I'm not even gonna lie. And Also, something I don't really like that AEW does, because I harped in this like in the very beginning when like they first started the promotion, because like, when WWE was under Vince, whatever, completely different thing. So they're basically like telling you, we're gonna do all the things that you hate over there. So like over in WWE, it was like, we hate how like babyfaces get beaten and beaten and beaten up, and they have no friends to come save them. All the heels have friends; they just beat on them, and that's it. So then in AEW, every time a babyface would get beaten up, baby faces come for the save, and it started turning into a joke in my eyes, because that was like every time. It's like they were trying to prove a point. They were like trying to prove, hey, this guy has friends, like we swear he does. And it happened over and over again unnecessarily. And I feel like in some segments, like, shit just has to breathe. Like the heel just needs to get his or her shit in, and it just has to just, that segment just needs to bleed and end like that. There's the heat. And like, I know maybe it kind of played into it, but like Tony Storm's up on the ramp, like she cheap shots fucking Thunder Rosa, attacks her, and she's posing over her. At that point, it would have been nice if it just like, and then like she walks away, Mariah May comes up for a match, but I know it's bleeding into the Mariah May coming out, so all that stuff. But it just looks so weird. Like she was just standing over Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa out cold. All of a sudden, Deonna Purrazzo comes out, chases her away, and then instantly wakes up Thunder Rosa. Obviously, who's like still groggy or whatever. But that kind of stuff just like, okay, that attack was kind of worthless. I don't know. That's just me. And then I laugh, because then after this Mariah May Anna Jay match, bro, this Stardom girl, I didn't write her name down. I don't even know. She comes out, and I've never heard a pin drop when music played before. I don't think I've ever heard a pin drop music, but she came out to no reaction. Like, fucking Tony's very big on these people coming from Japan, the indies. We all know who they are. This chick came, and I swear maybe one person, but you didn't even hear him. Like, it felt like nobody in the arena knew who this was. She just came out, and it was like, her music played, and it was like, just fucking dead quiet. She comes out, and that segment was whatever. Then I want to say something about Sasha Banks. Like, most of the time I don't really watch AEW. I like just like watch here and there. I don't really watch like the full show front to back. I watch like the points that get the most talked about on a deal. And I also like to keep up on certain superstars. And then I'm hearing everyone talk about Sasha Banks and how her promos are like, and I've always kind of felt like that, even when she was in WWE. But then I had to listen to this one, and it just like, it felt, everything she was saying felt so like animated, like she was like, she memorized some lines and she's just reading it. It didn't come off like she was like a star talking like her own big game. Like, felt like she was just like reciting shit, because it felt so fucking like Disney, It felt like she was like reading like she read some shit and she was just like reciting it. That's what it felt like. I'm like, bro, you're Sasha Banks. You should be able to like cut your own promos, I don't know. I felt like that was like, And then two more things. Hold on. Dude. So, the Jericho thing. I could have swore. Maybe I missed a week. Maybe I missed fucking After Dark, Collision, Rampage, something in this story progressed. But I swore, if it was not last week, the week before that, where I watched Jericho completely babyface, like he lost the hook like 3 weeks ago, and then the next week after that came out, was like, yeah, like, you're a good guy, like you could like learn, like I would love to like team with you, all that stuff, being very humble, very babyface. And then I come to this segment, I just like stumble upon it, whatever, and he's like such a heel, like, listen to me, do as I say, like being very condescending, being very like Jericho jerky, like that type of deal. I'm like, and the first thing I thought was, did I miss something, or are they like fast tracking this fucking storyline? Because I was like, what the fuck? And it just felt like, I felt like they missed like 3 weeks or 2 weeks of like story building before they got to this point. But it's like Jericho back to the same ways again, like. He came out as a babyface, being all humble to hook, and I'm like, it's fucking Chris Jericho. Like, it's not going to last. Didn't even last a week. was already being like a fucking dickhead, you know? And then is it just me? Like now, maybe I'm not paying deep attention to this main event storyline, but I've been a big advocate of Swerve to win the title. Like, been a big advocate. There was like a point like 2-3 months ago, whatever, where he was super hot. And he probably still is hot now. But I'm just like, now I'm just kind of not feeling it. I kind of want Samoa Joe to retain. Is that weird? Like, I wanted Swerve to win this title for so long, and I don't really like the build right now. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's babyface or heel, because he's like constantly attacking a heel like before his matches when he's weak. Like, how am I supposed to cheer that? You know, it'd be one thing if like Samoa Joe like beat up his son or something, you know, and he's like at all costs got to get revenge, but he's attacking Samoa Joe before his match, of being in the show. After the match, we just had a long grueler with fucking Goldust, like, or Dustin Rhodes, my bad. Yeah, I'm just like, and then I don't know, this is personal preference, but I'm not feeling like his like black whatever, like pink, like I don't know what that fuck it is, like eyeshadow to make him look more like mean. Like, I'm not feeling that at all. I kind of feel if you took Prince Nana away, he would kind of just be like a cool character. I know still in the ring, he's like almost like fucking untouchable. He's fucking great in the ring, but like just like character wise, see him every week when he's not having matches, I'm kind of just like, you know, not doing it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed over like this past month or two that made me kind of go from put the title on fucking Swerve to just and then yeah, I don't know, but that's just like my AEW like thoughts. I wanted to go quick on that before I go to the gym, but let me know what you think in the comments, because AEW's tomorrow, so I just decided not to go too long on this. But